Welcome to Football Today TV. These is your home for updated football news. So feel free to share your opinions and remember to subscribe as we continue to grow our family. Chelsea's transfer activity continues to reveal a clear and consistent strategy, and the latest development centers around a young goalkeeper who could quietly become an important piece of their long-term project, Ewen Jaouen. While most headlines focus on big money signings and attacking stars, this move tells a different story, one that highlights planning, depth building, and competition behind the scenes. With interest also coming from Newcastle United, the situation is beginning to attract attention, not because of immediate impact, but because of what it represents for the future. Chelsea's recent approach to the transfer market has been heavily focused on youth and long-term development. The club has invested significantly in young outfield players, but goalkeeping is an area that often receives less public attention. However, within football circles, it is widely understood that building a strong squad requires depth in every position, including between the posts. This is where Ewen Jaouen enters the picture, a goalkeeper who may not yet be a household name, but whose potential has clearly impressed those monitoring his progress. Jaouen's development has followed a steady and disciplined path. As a young goalkeeper, he has demonstrated qualities that are highly valued in modern football: composure under pressure, good distribution, and strong decision-making. Goalkeeping is a position that demands maturity, and even at an early stage of his career, Jaouen has shown signs of possessing the mentality required to succeed at a higher level. What makes this potential move particularly interesting is the competition from Newcastle United. Over the past few seasons, Newcastle have undergone a transformation, evolving into a club with serious ambitions. Their recruitment strategy has been focused on identifying players who can contribute both immediately and in the future. Their interest in Jaouen suggests that they see him as more than just a backup option. It indicates belief in his long-term potential. For Chelsea, the decision to pursue Jaouen aligns perfectly with their broader philosophy. The club is not just building a starting 11, it is constructing an entire ecosystem of talent. This includes players who may initially serve as backups or development prospects, but could eventually grow into key roles. In this context, signing a young goalkeeper like Jaouen is a strategic move rather than a headline-grabbing one. The presence of established goalkeepers in Chelsea's squad adds another layer to this story. Any young goalkeeper joining the club would face immediate competition, which can be both a challenge and an opportunity. On one hand, breaking into the first team would be difficult. On the other, training alongside experienced players can accelerate development, providing valuable learning opportunities. From Jaouen's perspective, this decision could be career-defining. Choosing between Chelsea and Newcastle is not just about the present, it is about the pathway to the future. At Chelsea, he would be part of a globally recognized club with world-class facilities and exposure. At Newcastle, he might find a clearer route to first-team opportunities, depending on the club's long-term planning. This is a common dilemma for young players. Joining a bigger club offers prestige and resources, but it can also mean limited playing time. Smaller or developing clubs may offer more opportunities to play, but with less global attention. Finding the right balance between development and exposure is crucial. The tactical demands of modern football have also changed the role of goalkeepers. They are no longer just shot stoppers. They are expected to contribute to build-up play, act as sweepers, and distribute the ball effectively. Jaouen's skill set appears to align with these requirements, making him a suitable candidate for teams that prioritize possession and structured play. Chelsea's interest in him also reflects the importance of planning for the future. Goalkeepers often have long careers, and securing a promising talent early can provide stability for years to come. Rather than waiting for a crisis or relying on short-term solutions, Chelsea seem to be taking a proactive approach. At the same time, Newcastle's involvement ensures that this will not be a straightforward deal. Competition in the transfer market often drives up both interest and expectations. Clubs must not only negotiate financially, but also present a convincing vision to the player. This includes outlining his role, development plan, and potential pathway within the team. Financial considerations, while not as dramatic as those involving star players, still play a role. Investing in a young goalkeeper is often seen as a calculated risk, one that can yield significant rewards if the player develops as expected. For both Chelsea and Newcastle, this is about identifying value and potential rather than immediate impact. For fans, this type of transfer may not generate the same excitement as signing a prolific striker or a creative midfielder. However, it is an essential part of building a successful team. Depth, competition, and long-term planning are all crucial elements, and moves like this contribute to the overall structure of the squad. The media coverage surrounding Jaouen's potential move also highlights how football narratives are shaped. While the spotlight often shines on big names, stories like this reveal the underlying strategies that clubs use to maintain competitiveness. It is a reminder that success is built not only on star players, but also on smart decisions at every level. As negotiations continue, the situation remains open. Both Chelsea and Newcastle have their own advantages, and the final decision will depend on multiple factors. For Jaouen, it will be about choosing the environment that best supports his growth and ambitions. From a broader perspective, this story reflects the evolving nature of football recruitment. Clubs are increasingly focused on identifying talent early, investing in development, and building for the future. The competition for young players is intensifying, and decisions made at this stage can have long-term consequences. Chelsea's pursuit of Ewen Jaouen is a clear example of this approach. It shows a club that is thinking beyond immediate results, looking to create a sustainable model of success. By investing in young players across all positions, they are laying the foundation for a team that can compete consistently at the highest level. Newcastle's involvement, meanwhile, demonstrates their growing ambition. They are no longer just participants in the transfer market. They are active competitors, capable of challenging established clubs for emerging talent. This adds an extra dimension to the story, turning it into a contest between two ambitious projects. Ultimately, this is not just about a goalkeeper. It is about strategy, vision, and the future of two clubs. It is about how decisions made today can shape the trajectory of a player's career and the success of a team. As the story develops, one question remains at the center of it all. Where will Ewen Jaouen choose to continue his journey? And how will that decision influence the next chapter of his career in the ever-evolving world of football?